Game 14 for Bulldozer Power, and we're taking on the Nomads here at Colonial Plaza, which is our home field. And it's a good one. We've changed the lineup a little bit. Crampons is out, Caps Lock's back in, and we've dropped Murky Jack lower in the batting order because his mood's not all of that. Anyway, the Nomads are 7-5, Bulldozer Power are 8-5. Both teams need this one to stay in the running for the postseason play. And that one's going to go straight to Cindy. One pitch, one out. Lovely job, good job. That's a job, and it was lovely and good. Here's Terry Partisan, centre fielder. She's batting .349 this season, which means that she's actually a pretty strong performer for the team. And well, we'll see if we can't deal with her a little bit. Vivian Crumble pitching for us. She's not one of our best pitchers, but you know what? She's not the worst either. And off the back of Ominous Bob's play last week, I'm pretty happy to give Viv the opening slot here. Yeah. You see, I'm magnificently generous. And there's a strikeout. There's the bat toss. Get off my field. Here's Furious Sponge Bath. No. He's batting 146. No chance. Furious Sponge Bath, of course, who played for us up until recently. And, well, he's having a stinker. Oh, good. Let's hope it continues. No, if anyone was going to change their fortunes vis-a-vis stinkage, it would be against their former team, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It just would. That's not a bad pitch there from Viv. It wasn't the target I was hoping for, but it was a solidly good target nonetheless. About there would be nice. A little bit low. Kojak. Solid work from Kojak. And that's out number 3. Bulldozer Power defensively. Very nice. Not giving up a single hit. Long may it continue. And so we will see the batting prowess of Cindy Vapid. 2 home runs for her so far this season. It's not team leading by any stretch, but perfectly good enough for what we ask of her. And she'll stand her ground because, as ever, trying to... Oh, yes! A spontaneous round of applause there from me. Cindy making some magic there with the slowest hit you're ever going to see. Here's Kojak. Another player batting over 500 this year. The thing is, with these batting averages, our scores should be much higher. But we are somewhat prone to throwing away hefty numbers of people on base. And Cindy's making a move. And gets it. Yeah. Catch him off guard. All right. Kojak there, possibly unwise. No, very wise. And Cindy goes for it. Oh, Cindy goes for it. Oh, Cindy! Woohoo! Nice work. Cindy, speedy legs vapid there, getting the opening score in for us. That's very nice. Here's Ulysses Failure, who is tied for team leadership when it comes to home runs this year. Both he and Zoltan have 8 apiece. And therefore, they're good lads. Meanwhile, Florence Bastille there, the pitcher for the Nomads, is having a moment where he's thrown 3 balls in a row. And there's the 4th. Failure gets a walk. Okay, Bulldozer Power coming out looking strong. Here is Zoltan, who's moved up the batting order because Jack Mercury's been dropped down to avoid the opportunity to blow it all. Zoltan wastes no time. That's a nice looking hit. We're going to get a double off that. And we're very pleased as a result. BDP, mean business. And the business they mean is runs. Here's Julie Hardware. Well, I mean, you know, as much as we hate him, because we do, he has been somewhat consistent, having replaced Steve Murray at catcher. And as much as that's a nice hit. If it stays in, no. Unlucky. All right, what are we looking at? Strike 2, ball 1. All right. Go hard, Jules. A single will do you nicely. It's not going to be nice, though. And there's the run out to home. Okay, only 1 out, but we lost a scorer there. Right, here's Jack Mercury. He needs a good game to get his mood back in order. He has got 3 home runs this year, but at the same time, oh dear man, that was too high, and you know it. Clap your hands. Come on, man. Come on. All right, insides. All right, 1 out. And Mercury finds the sweet spot up the middle of the field, and that will be a 3rd run for Bulldozer Power. Bases 1 and 2 are occupied at the moment. You're going to have to find a different base to stand on. Here's Rudy Capslock coming back in after some time out, wounded. Replacing crampons. Bastille is rattled. And this can only mean good things for us. That's not so good. Oh no, we forced an error there from the fielder. Could possibly have scored another run off that, but not risking it is probably the sensible thing to have done. Here's Veronica Hammock, who gets the starting lineup position once more, having qualified herself to do so in her first start last week. And, well, yeah, I know. Anything could happen. There's no real pressure at this point. We've had a stellar first inning, and therefore I'm pretty happy. And Hammock there adds to the total with another run. Nicely placed ball. And we're seeing fielding errors going on all over the place. There's Viv Crumble. How many outs have we got? Just 1. Viv, take the strikeout. Or don't. Okay, actually, no, swing away. It's all your choice. But we're coming up on 30 pitches out of Bastille in the first inning. And that's exactly what we like to see, because it means that we're destroying their pitchers quickly. Yeah. And has she done enough? She has. She'll get out herself, but that's a run batted in. And not a double play, which is the thing that we were trying to avoid, or hoping to avoid. And Cindy's back round again, getting through the entire batting order in an inning. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long they're going to keep Bastille in, but at this stage of the season, just about every team is having to make strategic decisions when it comes to who's pitching. Has Cindy put enough on it? No, yeah, but it's off the wall. You should have just run again. Given that if it was a catch, everyone was out anyway, you should have just kept running. Cindy there with a nice hit, and they are flipping it. Look at that guy. A- rated. Florence Bastille. He didn't look like it today, and he started out in a good mood. Mr. Smithers, however, is possibly the best pitcher in the league. Based on his raw statistical ability, and Kojak wastes no time in going, yeah, I'm not that impressed. As Bulldozer Power slap in another one. His failure, he had a walk from his first at bat. He's the only player not to have done much, apart from the ones who got out, of course. That's a pretty savage bit of bend he's got on that pitch. Crikey. Oh, he's a really quite difficult to call. Yeah, he's got a lot of bend on his pitch. Failure's not got enough on that one, although he is quick. Not quick enough. Anyway, at the end of 1, Bulldozer Power have got 7 runs. Keep it up, team. Here's Fenella Value Pack, first baseman, and she's in a feisty kind of a mood. And we'll see if that extends to her batting or not. Nice pitch, Viv. Right, that one less nice, but she swung at it, so it's nice. All right, try him on a curve to finish him off. Straight down the middle, though. Yeah. Pretty easy to call that one. Bless you. Right. That one's all over the place, but it's good enough. Viv there with another strikeout. And we've got Hippie Impact, the shortstop, who's next up to bat. 261 batting average, but a couple of home runs. She is a solid-looking player. Solid performance, let's put it that way. How she looks, who knows? I'd have to throw some bricks at her and see how she weathered that particular injury to her character to give a judgment on sturdiness. Yeah. No, that's scientific method, that is. Throw bricks at something and it'll let you know if it's sturdy or not. Right. All right, let's start on the change-up and see how that works. Well, good enough for Cindy to catch it. That's good enough for me. Here's Barry Turnips, and he's locked in. His mood's solid. He's batting 800, which means he's not had that many at-bats. I mean, don't get me wrong, that doesn't necessarily mean... No, there he goes. He's gone again. And the first hit of the day there for the Nomads. Yeah, okay. All right, so they had a hit. So what? Here's Brock Talk. He's fairly tense right now, and I hope to make him more tense by by denying him the privilege of a base hit. Base hit? It's a word. That's how they pronounce it in Sweden. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I didn't realise baseball was popular there. It's not, which is why you don't hear the phrase very often. I see. Okay. All right, strike 2, ball 2. Viv needs to find the target here. Or something like that. That could work. That's gone as far as caps lock, which is good enough for me. Out number 3. All right, 1 hit given up, but no runs. And BDP are up for their second series now. Can they repeat the same against a pitcher who's got some wits about him? Zoltan asks the question and is given the answer. Negatory. Okay. Possibly could have waited that out. We do need to get... I mean, if we're going to be facing this guy for a while, which it certainly seems like we will be, let's try and wear his arm out a bit. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is all standard operating procedure, but you've got to try and make it sound like this is off-the-cuff, spontaneous strategy that we're coming. Strike 2, I don't believe that was the case. Hardware pops 1 up. That possibly was a little bit high. I don't know if because this pitcher is highly rated that the ump is just giving him the benefit of the doubt on a lot of these pitches that are a little bit wild. But it... yeah. No, it's okay. It's all right. Just relax. Mercury Jack. Mercury, Jack, because he used to appear in the school register. Jack Murky is up next. 2-2 the count. What's it going to be? Oh, I had a bit of glare there for a moment that made it so I didn't see the ball for a fraction of a second. But made contact anyway. I wasn't even making an excuse there. That was just a thing that happened. Yeah, interesting. They're a glary pitch. This is our home stadium. We play here all the time. Well, apart from the times that we don't. Maybe it's my eyes. No, that's possible. What are you doing? Oi, caps lock. Pay attention. Right. Caps lock starts paying attention. And we're waiting for a good one. Arguable, although I've seen that one a few times now. So we know it's legit. Anyway, it's not good enough. Caps lock's going to be run out, and that's the side retired. But we built ourselves a nice pillow fortress in the first inning, and therefore we're in a good place right now. Here's the catcher, Trace Attitude, who, as far as batting stats are concerned, stinks. But she does have a turn of speed. So if she does manage to get on base, we should expect the stealing. Or rather, I think we should resign ourselves to the fact that stealing is going to occur. But not the best batter you're ever going to see. Yeah, and Viv failing to make any headway on the change-up there. Second time we've deployed that old trick. There it is. Oh yeah, she claims it. Fist pump, points to the sky. She's in the mood. Now, if we were a little further on, I'd be tempted to... they've taken him out. Oh, happy days. Well, that is a very stupid pitching decision. Sure, they might give up this inning, but they've just killed off their best pitcher. Idiots. Here comes Trip Hogwash to try and turn this inning into something. But they've sacrificed their best pitcher to do so. Oh dear. Yeah, I know. Merkers, he's got it. Throws to first. Good enough. Yeah, would that really have been any worse had your pitcher got out? No, it would have been better because you would still have your... I don't understand. But they make the coaching decisions they feel are appropriate at the time in question. Mercury couldn't get there in time. Hammock will throw that one a second, and that's a base run there for whoever that was. It was some old bloke. Yeah, okay. Here's Terry Partisan, a centre fielder, and is one of their more prolific batters. That's all right. You don't need to treat her with kid gloves. Just, pitch the way you have been doing, Viv. You've been doing a good job. All right, we'll take that. All right, there's out number 3. Bulldozer Power keeping a clean sheet. They're bringing in Juan Summoner, who's he's all right, but he's no Mr. Smithers, that's for sure. And he'll be facing off against Veronica Hammock first up this time around. And the question the Bulldozer Power faithful are asking is, have we... Oh, what was that, Veronica? Have we seen all of the scoring for the day already? Well, I have to tell you, it wouldn't surprise me. Starting with such a strong performance, We might never see the likes again. That's the picture there, making a base hit. Viv Crumble. Is she 2 for 2? I think she is. I can't remember what she did with her first at bat. We'll have a look next time she comes round. Here comes Cindy. Right. Okay, 1 out. Here in the third inning. Yeah, third inning. And a base hit there for Cindy Vapids. Runners now on first and second. Cindy's not going to be stealing this time because Viv Crumble moves in slow motion. Here is Kojak Mister on. 2 at bats, 2 hits, 2 runs batted in. Nice. Doesn't waste any time with that one. We could have trouble. No. Oh, beautiful work. Despite being stopped by the shortstop, Kojak managed to make it on base, and the bases are now loaded, and here's Ulysses' failure. Well, he's had a quiet game so far with a walk and a nothing doing. But this time, just a base hit. Base is still loaded, and another run for Bulldozer Power as the tied owner of the home run record for the team, Zoltan, takes his position. No, 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 you were so desperate to slap that one over the fence. We batted in another run, but Zoltan really, he took that on too soon. And that will leave us with Julie Hart. Oh, flipping heck. Stop swinging at the first pitch. Come on. All right, strike 2. Julie Hardware properly sold a dud there on his first pitch. Yeah, all right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, and he's sticking the fouls all over the place. And you know what? I'm fine with this. Still 2 strikes. Hardware. No, he's done. Okay, out number 3. But you know what? More runs. More runs and more runs. Errors were made, certainly. Maybe out of a little bit of desperation. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence. But whatever it was, didn't really work for us. Here's Sponge Bath out for his second turn. And maybe we'll see some life from him. Quite why he's having a stinker of a season, I haven't seen all his games, so I don't know. But he is having a stinker of a season so far. That one's gone as far as Mercury, who will get the throw. Say goodbye, Furious Sponge Bath. Here's Vanilla Value Pack. And, well, we're still waiting for an inevitable Nomad comeback of some description, but it ain't going to come from Value Pack. That will give us Hippie Impact, who's feeling a little bit tense, a little bit nervy, a little bit... Oh, yes, this is the road... Oh, come on, Caps Lock, put the flipping effort in, son. We could have tied that one up there. Caps Lock there, blowing an easy stop by not bothering to dive. Here's Barry Turnips. He is on fire. He's batting .833 for the season. And that means he genuinely hasn't had that many at-bats because he was only batting 800 from his last one. So I don't know who he's in for. But he's certainly put up the kind of performance to make a starting position all the more likely. And he falls for the change-up, the first one to do so. And he's history. And after 4 innings, the Nomads still failing to make any headway at all. Is Jack Mercury, who, having dropped his position, is actually having a halfway decent game so far, 2 of 2. But then everyone's playing all right so far today. So he can't take too much solace in that. He's swung at nothing there. And that's an 0-2 count. And he's going to be gone. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here's Rudy Capslock. All right. See if we can make up for that fielding error. Oh, don't swing at the first one. Will you just stop it? We're trying to wear out Mr. Summoner. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I know. You want to swing at all of them because that's the fun bit, but it's not the point. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Yep, there you go. See, this is how we play the game. And that one's gone foul. You know what? As much as I hate it when they do it to me, I don't mind it when I do it to them. And Capslock gets himself a walk. And, of course, walks diminish the mood of the pitcher, which can only work in our favour. Here is Veronica Hammock. She goes for the first one as well. Gets caught. Well, that's what you get when you go for the first one. Here's Viv Crumble. She got out from her first at bat. Okay, that's all right. She's a pitcher for crying out loud, and she's having a respectable game. Right. Yeah. Just stand there, Viv. If something looks good, have a go. She thought that looked good. It's definitely not going to go far enough, though. But that's always going to wake up the opposing pitcher when they face off against someone who hits it deep into centre field. Not quite deep enough. Here is Brock Talk around for another go. All right, then. Yeah, definitely all right, then. All right, strike one. How are you looking, Viv? 45 pitches into her day, and she still looks pretty fresh so far. This is a good thing. 5th inning. Yeah. If you can go to 7, that'd be good. And there's out number 1. Another strikeout for Viv Crumble. Bulldozer Power really are looking very nice today. I mean, maybe not as prolific on the scoring side as we did in the first inning, but on the defensive side, looking fairly strong. Strike 2. Come on, Viv. And she's locked in. Oh, okay. And that's another strikeout. Stick another one in the K column there. And here is their pitcher, Juan Summoner, and they're not subbing him this time around. They've clearly gone, oh, we've maybe got a minor shortage in the pitching department. You go, well, yeah, you did sit our best reliever. Failure. Lovely. Up, 3 down there for the Nomads, who are continuing to struggle here in the 5th inning. As Cindy Vapid comes around once more. She's 100% so far today. She will be hoping to continue with this record, because doing so will sell more fan merchandise, and she hits it so hard that Hippie Impact can't keep hold of it. Well, that's what I'm telling myself. Here's Kojak Mr. on. Alright, you ready, Cindy? You ready? You ready? Cindy making a move. Yeah. Beautiful work. Second base of the day stolen for Cindy Vapid. And the Vapid Mr. On combo as lead-off batters continues to pay dividends as we're looking at ball 3 now. And Kojak gets a walk. Well. Here's Ulysses Failure, who's clinging on to a 500 record at bat for the season. Whether he can continue to hang on to it is another matter, but he's hanging on to it right now. I mean, well, I don't know if he cares. He's put a line drive in there. He's going to get caught. No, never mind that. Forget I said that. I said that too late. All right. That was going over the fence, but it managed to be intercepted by the left fielder, and Failure goes to sit down as Zoltan comes in. Well, as Zoltan got what it takes to put one over the fence. We haven't had to worry too much about home runs so far today. Normally, a good proportion of our scoring comes from a sizable dinger, and Zoltan wants it. And if Zoltan wants it, Zoltan gets it. And beautiful piece of work there for Zoltan, who is now the team leader for home runs this season. That one would have left the building were it not for the lighting gantry there. This is 9th of the year. 1 out, Julie Hardware, Bulldozer Power, now 12 runs. Okay, I would have to, getting this far, you'd have to say Bulldozer Power, but maybe have a slight advantage. Oh, Julius, come on. Don't drop your new controller. All right, yeah, okay. I was disappointed with both myself and the player. Yeah. Oh, they're getting rid of him anyway. I was going to say, you don't want to instill mood into your opposing pitcher by getting a strikeout. Off is Juan Summoner. Trent Wrestles is coming in his place. And they've got a deep bullpen when it comes to quality pitchers. This guy preferring the cricket pitch. Nope. Oh, well. All right, it's okay. It's all right, it's fine. 3 more runs for BDP as we enter the 6th inning. And it's Pickles Dilherfer who's up for a bit of bat. Okay. All right, ball 1. Strike 1, actually. No, because he hit it. Yeah, and it went foul. That's a terrible pitch. And they're starting to see the old fastball coming now. Okay, all right. Wait, I mean, if you're seeing it coming, you really shouldn't be hitting it foul, should you? There you go. He's gone as well. Viv Crumble putting in an excellent performance today, and we want to make sure we sit her before she has anything that could erode her confidence, because that will carry over to her next game. Caps lock, no mistakes. Throw straight to first. It's out number 2, and here comes Sponge Bath. What is going on with Furious Sponge Bath? He is a shadow of his former self. He used to be one of our most reliable hitters. Reluctantly traded at the end of the season. Well, we had to let people go, and Spongy was one of those. But you'd have to say he's not enjoying his new life as much as he did his former. Strike 2. And change up. Yep. Dipstick. Right, Spongy's gone. Sides out and into the bottom of the 6th now. Bottom of the, Viv's up to bat, you know. Oh, yeah, that's true. Would be a good time to sub her. It might be. All right, I'll consider it. Okay, consider away. All right, keep her fresh, you know. 7 innings is about as much as you want from your starter. You could do more than that. Oh, there you go. Flipping Hardware giving himself up for nothing. Was that Hardware or Caps Lock? Didn't Hardware cock it up in the last one? I think he did. Yeah, that's Caps Lock. Okay, here's Veronica Hammock. Only 1 of 3 so far today. That's okay. We're at the bottom of the order. Although, hold on, she has just written her name on that one with a pneumatic drill. Yep, there you go. And Veronica Hammock jackhammers one over the fence. Woof. Indeed. 3rd of the season, which despite only having 2 starts this year, that puts her into the top 4 or 5 players on the team for home runs. Viv Crumble's batting stats are actually coming up because she's in such a good mood. Well, all right. All right, we'll let her bat then. Okay, strike 2. Oh! Misses completely. Oh, that's a shame. And we're round to Cindy Vapid with 2 outs. No runners on base at the moment because Viv cleaned house. Veronica, not Viv. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Strike 1, ball 2. And... oh, look at that. Oh, it's magnificent. Cindy Vapid there with a lovely base hit. She possibly, with her turn of speed, could have made second. But it's far more interesting to make second by stealing it. As we're looking at Kojak Mistron coming round again. 3 singles and a walk. Yeah. Wait for it. Not the first pitch. Not the first pitch. Okay. Right, this one. Ready? And Cindy takes off. Has she got enough left? Yes, she does. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we're waiting for Kojak to make a feeling about things. No, she's not making a feeling out of that one. No. Yeah. No, Kojak, that one was high, and you've sent it even higher, and they're all fighting over who's going to get to catch you out and retire the team. That's okay. All right, well, 1 more run, and that's 13-0 the score now, as Fenella Value Pack comes round for her 3rd at bat to try and, you know, yeah. Can she? Well, that's the question. Viv's still looking fresh enough, given her mood bump, that we'll keep her in for a little while longer. But she does need to land some of these on target, obviously. That's a good one. Yeah. What about this one? That's straight down the middle. Yeah. Cindy? Got it. Super job. Okay, and his hippie impacts. All right. What should we throw at her? How about the baseball? I like it. Ball 1. Yeah, maybe got a little bit of zing gone off the sink there. It is not sinking as late as it had done earlier on. And that one is over the fence. Viv, you're done. No offence, Viv. You're just getting tired, that's all. You've had an excellent game. And the Nomads managed to get themselves a point. All right. Viv? No. Look, it might be disheartening to be taken out after 1 hit, but I was already questioning how tired you were. And therefore... It's time to change things up. Jeff Conservative's not far from being ready to come back in, but we are looking at Mark Disneyland or Tulip. It's banter, innit? All right, time for banter, and she's been very reliable for us in the relieving slot while we've been waiting for Jeff Conservative to come back in. Mark Disneyland is of course available, but he's still a little bit tired, having mopped up last week's game. Yeah. Okay. All right. Chilip, you don't need to do anything too clever. Just, you know, strike this turkey out. Cindy, can't get there. And that's a base hit. Well, the Nomads seem to be choosing the latter half of the game for a comeback. Well, it's hard to choose the first half of the game for the comeback because you've got nothing to come back from at that stage. Well, I suppose there's a point to that. Yeah, strike one. Nice pitch. All right, come on, Chilip. Nah, rubbish. All right. And the fastball down the middle. That's going to go as far as Cindy, who will throw to second, who will throw to first. We got the leading runner, and that's the bit that matters. Here's Trace Attitudes. Yep, that smell you can detect. That's Trace Attitudes batting. Right, there you go. Right, come on. You are, yeah. Right, give him the same again there, Chilip. Right, we don't go pitch 1, pitch 2, pitch 3. No. You've got to mix that up sometimes. Okay, there it is. Bye-bye. Yes. No, you really are a great baseball batter. Yeah. You're super. I've got flipping hardware following on from Zoltan. That doesn't make any sense. Here's Ulysses Failure, who now trails Zoltan in the home run scoring championship. But that's a beauty. Go on, son. Have a go for it. That might be a bit ambitious, but I think he's good. He's good. Gets a double. Here is Zoltan. He's only 2 of 4, but he did get a home run. He's batted 5 runs in, but that's largely due to his position in the lineup. You know, I take nothing away from the big lad. He's been with us since the beginning, and he's worth every penny. But he is having a banner season this year, apart from this at bat, obviously, because he's out again. No, that's all right. He's already done a lot today. Well, there's Julie Hardware, who is apparently 0 for 4. I did not notice that. No. I've noticed it now, though. Oh, for crying out loud, Hardware. Why are you taking on the first? Well, he's got a run batted in, I suppose, but that's not a point. And here's Jack Mercury. Crikey, Julius Hardware. Who'd have him? Well, us, apparently. Yeah. Do you think we should get a new catcher at the end of the season? You've got to have one player on the team that you hate, otherwise you just love everybody, and where's the fun in that? Yeah, you do need a good catcher, though, and you don't have either at the moment. I mean, Steve Murray is mediocre. Harsh. Yeah, I know, but there it is. And we're taking out Trent Russell, so they're sinking another pitcher in favour of Jesse Flail coming in to pinch hit. All right, okay. He's a good batter. Only if he hits it. Otherwise, he's just the same as all the rest of the batters. A little bit whiffy. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, come on. Strike 2. Yeah. Tulip, looking good. Looking good. That's a nice position. Fouled out. Okay. Now go with the fastball. They never see that coming because I hate throwing fastballs as the opportunity for strike 3. And that one goes straight up the middle. Pitcher can't quite keep hold of it as it goes sailing past, but that's okay. It's okay. Here's Pickles Dilherfer. He's got a hit so far today, which makes him a rarity on this team. Strike 1. Okay. That's all right. Yep, fouled it out. Strike 2. Back to the slider for strike 3. Nope. Oh. Yeah, I know. Look, you can't K them all. You can K that one, though. Yeah, get off. Dilherfer there struck out. Here's Terry Partizan. 0 for 3 in the game so far, and I could not honestly tell you why the Nomads have struggled so much in their batting today. They've clearly done, you know, as well as needed over the course of the season. Cindy with a rocket throw. Out number 2. But yeah, for some reason they are just not happening. Furious Sponge Bath is really stinking the joint up, and he's an excellent player. I know. I don't know what to tell you, bruv. It's just, that's the thing that's happening. I would have had him back as well. Well, we are struggling at third base. We don't know who we want, and that'll be enough there. Out number 3. And the opportunities are just disappearing for the Nomads to come back into this game as we enter the bottom of the 8th. For Bulldozer Paris, Rudy Capslock. He had a single and a walk. Yeah, that's all right. look, he's a bottom order batter, and therefore, you know, we don't expect him to accomplish too much. Mr. Menial is in pitching. Caps Lock got the speed? No. All right. Well, he can go sit down now. Here's Veronica Hammock. 2 of 4. We were talking about how her batting maybe wasn't as spectacular as it was in her, her starting debut. But she's more than made up for that so far today. Yeah, I know, she's out again, but she's had a home run. Anyone who can consistently hit home runs is welcome in my dojo. Tulip there, swinging at a bad pitch. Remember, Tulip is the pitcher. Smashes her bat to pieces as she hits it over her head. That's not going to work. That's not bad, though. She's not quite got the legs for this, unfortunately, and she's gone. Out number 3. But Bulldozer Power with a commanding 14-1 record at the moment. And we're into the top of the 9th. The Nomads with it all to do. Here's Value Pack. Yeah. Okay. Strike 1. Yeah. You would have to say that their mistake was subbing out their best pitcher early on. And letting me score quite so much. And letting me score quite so much. That's another strikeout. Woohoo! Yeah, letting me rack up the score like that. But it has to be said, I may have scored 7 runs in the first inning, but I've scored 7 more runs since then. So that was no fluke. Evidently, I'm in the right mood today. What do you mean? Evidently, the team is in the right mood today. Ah, yes. Yeah, it's all about the team. Strike 2. Beautiful pitch there from Tulip. Right in the middle at the bottom. That was that's not one to make good use of. That one has gone foul. Okay, inching closer to an important business meeting. And there goes out number 2. And that falls to Barry Turnips, who is the in-form player on the Nomads team. He hasn't managed to bring them back into this game, but he is still, apparently, in form. Oh, Tulip! Come on, we could have made a joke about him being not that in form, or like, you know, maybe someone informed on his form, or there were any number of jokes we could have made there. Brock Talk's being taken off in favour of Beelzebub's Fastidious, who will be coming on to hit. Well, they hope he'll hit. They got a runner on first. There's strike 1. Okay. Is he really going to do anything? I would say probably not. Give him that one again. Yeah, that's all over the place. He checked himself before he went for that one. Keep throwing the slider. Yeah, and then if he whiffs this one, now we'll chuck the fastball. Okay. Don't know how fast it's going to be. Oh, come on, son. In your own time. All right, okay, back to the curve. Yeah. And... nope. Not quite. Tulip. Put him away. Put him away, Tulip. Nope. Okay, all right. Tulip, would you dispatch this evil clown? Ball 3. All right, well, we've got the full count finally, and it's taken Tulip about 12 pitches to get here. That one's straight down the middle. That one's popped up. And Failure, are you waving yet? Oh, no, Zoltan's waving. Now Failure's waving. Either of you wave, it really doesn't matter. And a dominant victory for Bulldozer Power there, making absolute mincemeat out of the Nomads. 14-1, the final score. Fantastic play for the team, with maybe one notable exception. Yeah, Julius Hardware. Yeah, he batted in a run, but from 5 at-bats, he had no hits. No hits. Huh? Yeah. And we'll see Maury come back next time. A win. An earned win for Vivian Crumble. Very nice work from us. 8 strikeouts. And that's very, very nice indeed. Florence Bastille there really getting crucified in that first inning. Zoltan, your number 1 player of the day. He only had 2 hits, but he had a home run and 5 runs batted in. Followed by Cindy Vapid, Kojak Misteron, both of whom played sublimely. We've got 36 games to watch now in order to sync the league back up again. Grunt Auto Group, Budget Roadies. Auto Group win 8-5. We're just going to have to dump the colour commentary, I think. The Chroniclers are taking on the Axemen, and it is the Axemen who come away with the win. We'll probably see them in action again, but, you know, anything could happen. The Pathfinders are up against the Minstrels. Minstrels still in with some post-season action if they play their cards right, or if they play their baseball right. And they... tied up in the last inning, they lose that one in overtime. Over to Colonel Space Agency against the Bumson Medics. The Medics are in with a shot, but they have to win every game from here on. And they didn't win that one, so that's probably the last we'll see of the Medics this season. Colonel Scholar taking on Peninsula Transport. Neither team really looking likely to make postseason, so who cares? Pix Creek Miners 7-6 against the 6-7 Bongolia Sea Raiders. Both teams want to win, and it's the Miners who have it, which keeps them competitive. Grazer Ridge taking on the Allstars. An Allstars loss works in my favour, but Grazer Ridge are probably done this year, so they've got nothing but pride to play for. But it is the Allstars who get the win, which keeps the division, including the Roadies and Bulldozer Power, incredibly competitive. Good-o. Axemen in business again against the Sports Ball Union, and the Union come up with a win. You don't see that very often. Next up, you've got the Steganauts against the almost certain to see post-season Sunshine Fun Bus. And the Fun Bus are running away with this one. Steganauts got nothing, losing that one 9-2. The Budget Roadies are taking on the Pirates now. The Roadies are struggling this year and probably won't make the end of season showdown party fandango, but they decide to get a win anyway because they feel like it. Cheerio Inc. taking on the Pathfinders. I didn't look at their individual records, but they're both bottom of their division, and therefore all this was largely academic. The Beekeepers and Sea Raiders are in action now, and the Beekeepers are 8-5 right now. A win for them keeps their dreams alive, but it is the Sea Raiders who get it done, so the dreams are dead. The Wretched Minstrels are taking on Failurwood Hills. Both teams in with a shot of post-season play, which is really the only thing we can talk about at this time in the season, because that's the bit that matters. It is only the division winners that will go through. Didn't even track the score, we're moving on that fast. The Nomads get some vengeance in here, beating the Lingo Blend All-Stars, which is a big help to me. Yay! Sunshine Fun Bus are lucky to keep their streak alive, taking on the Pathfinders. They don't keep their streak alive, and they just lost. Cheerio Inc. are taking on the Beekeepers. Beekeepers need the win. They've only got 8 wins so far this season, and they're in a race against the Pix Creek Miners, and they lost that one. The Steganauts on 7-7 against the Chroniclers. Well, look, okay, you would say that mathematically there is a chance one of these teams could make a showing of things, and one of them just won that game. The Port Miggins Pirates on 10-4 are taking on Colonel School on 5-9. Colonel School not going to be seen in post-season. The Pirates almost certainly will, and that's good for them. The Wretched Minstrels taking on Sports Ball Union. Sports Ball Union, the worst team in the division, are once again putting up a halfway decent fight here, and win it in extra innings. Well, I mean, they've left it far too late, but that's 2 back-to-back for Sports Ball. The Fun Bus there, losing to the Pathfinders. The Pathfinders also seem to be on a bit of a surge at the moment. Cheerio Inc. taking on the Beekeepers. Both teams very close to a 500 record right now. Cheerio Inc. win that one, which makes the Colonel Cam division ridiculously close. All 3 teams with 8 wins. The Pix Creek Miners just have 2 games in hand at the moment. Steganauts are taking on Ogmelonflex. Both teams on 7-8. Ogmelonflex scores first. Steganauts come back, but the Chroniclers take the win. And the Sloganator division is also looking tight as you like. I don't know how tight you like it, but that's how tight it is. The Port Miggins Pirates, a dominant power, are taking on Colonel School. Colonel School, though, putting out 5 runs to take the lead and holding on for the victory. The Wretched Minstrels are playing Sports Ball Union. The Minstrels on 8-8 would benefit from a win here because they're in the incredibly tight, zesty division. Actually, it's not that tight, is it? No, it's not. Sports Ball Union won it again. Okay. Stardozer are taking on the Space Agency in an outer space fandango. And Stardozer are currently 9-4. And they are, where? Leading the Wood Chipper. Oh, did they win that? No. Okay, so their lead hasn't been extended. It has not. Peninsula Transport taking on the Grunt Auto Group, and they win that one. This now puts Peninsula Transport and Grunt Auto Group into a wins tie at the top of the Fish Tank division. Another division that is looking pretty exciting. Colonel Space Agency versus the Nomads. The Nomads still trying to bounce back from the humiliation they just experienced at the hands of Bulldozer Power, and they can't do so. Space Agency clawing back another win. Peninsula Transport now in action against the Grunt Auto Group. Peninsula Transport. Here's the Colonel Space Agency playing the Nomads. Okay, right. 1 and 2 in that division, but with the Space Agency and Grazer Ridge having both lost 9 games already, you would have to say they're probably done for the year. But they won that one anyway. Peninsula Transport in action again against Grunt Auto Group. Oh, I see how this schedule's working. That was a result. And the Sunshine Fun Bus against the Pathfinders. Fun Bus need to keep the pressure on if they're going to walk away with this division, which is what they've been looking to do all season. They put this one down, and with 12 wins, I wouldn't bet against them. Right, Cheerio Inc. Beekeepers, both teams 8 and 8. Critical game in the Colonel Cam, and Cheerio Inc. get the win. Miners, though. Where are the Miners? The Miners have got 2 games in hand. Possibly 3 games in hand now. Stegonauts against Derg Melonflex. The Stegonauts win this one to keep the Sloganator division very, very tight. Colonel's Space Agency against the Nomads now. If either team will do well, they'll do well here. The Nomads finally managing to stretch themselves to 9 wins. 2 games left to play. Port Miggins Pirates against Colonel School. The Pirates are only in... I don't understand how they're only second. Probably run difference, I guess. Well, they won that one, so they're not second anymore. No, they're top now. Finally, to wrap up this extended number of CPU games, we've got Stardozer Human Resources against Colonel School. Vicky Le Flamboyant will be starting the pitching for Stardozer Human Resources. And she'll be facing the likes of Kangaroo Carter and He's Miu, and Eric C. Ape. How will this one go? Right, blimey. The Colonel School really want it, and so they have it. But I don't think we're going to see them at the end of the year, given that they've already got 10 losses, and it's a 20-game season, and the Pirates have 11 wins, making it mathematically impossible for Colonel School to make postseason. They are eliminated. Is that important? A little bit. Okay. Right. So, what are we looking at division-wise? Well, still in with a chance are all teams in all divisions, apart from the Woodchipper division, which has now been won. No, it hasn't been won. But leading the way, Colonel School are eliminated from the playoffs. Hard luck. You would also say that the Red Star Pathfinders are eliminated from the playoffs. It's unfortunate. It's a shame. You've got to feel quite sad about that, but that's just life. That's where it is. Elsewhere, anyone else? Sportsball Union? Well, they can't make it to a 500 record, so you would say Sportsball Union eliminated from the playoffs, probably. Mathematically, there may be a way for them back in, but I just don't see it right now. I was going to do the stats, but this episode has run on long enough. We'll do the stats next time, providing I haven't got to play too much, as we take on the Budget Roadies in a critical divisional game, and it will be Des Eyeliner on the mound. Oh, yeah. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe to keep up with the dying light of this season, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.